This week's episode is about interdependence and our need for community. I'm Rachael Keefe, and this is Monday's Muse. I'm going to start this episode with a little bit of a confession. Last week, I was really wondering whether it was worth continuing this weekly series. It's been 2 years. This episode is episode number 103, the third episode of year 3. We've had a lot of conversations over the last couple of years. Been to a few different locations. We've touched on things important to our faith, things important to our mental health, things important to being a productive member of society. We've had a lot of conversations. And yet I was still wondering whether or not I should continue. And then I went to a meeting, and John made a point of telling me how special these episodes were and how important they were in his life. So shout out to John, thank you. It was good to hear that there was somebody really watching and listening and being moved by these weekly conversations. Sometimes it's really hard to stand here in front of a camera and talk about something important. And I try to do it with all of you in mind and heart. This really is a labor of love. I began this series because I wanted to reach out to those beyond the local church, to those who really might benefit from a positive, progressive Christian message. I just wasn't sure that that was happening. Over the years, I've gotten a few affirmations. A few people have said, thank you for this episode or that episode, either in email or in person. And those are very helpful conversations to have. But I think we could do better. I think we could do more. Not because I need praise. That's not it. I really would like us to develop a stronger sense of connectivity, of community. And if our conversation around Monday's Muse can begin to do that, that would be great. Our society really pressures us to be independent, to do everything on our own. And that is a complete fallacy. Our faith tells us how much we need one another, how much we are to be interdependent, sharing one another's joys and burdens. And the more we share with one another, truly share our lives with one another and connect and build community, we expand the realm of God. And we know from lots of folks who have done research that the need for community is one of the greatest unmet spiritual needs in today's society. And we have opportunities of creating community that we've never had before. We could create an international virtual community right here on Monday's Muse. So I'm going to encourage you to take a few minutes and get a YouTube account. It's very simple. It'll take you 30 to 60 seconds. Do that. And then leave a comment to let me know that you are watching. You don't have to say anything more than I'm watching or thank you. And then in future episodes, leave a comment, a reflection, a brief one, a sentence or two that other people can interact with. I'd really love it if we could build a greater sense of connection among viewers. And then I would know that you're really out there. So please take a minute to leave a comment. And if you're listening on iTunes when you get home, sign up for YouTube and leave a comment. I really appreciate the comments on Facebook and the emails. But to build community, we need to leave our comments all in one place, and that's on YouTube. As always, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.